has been turned into, in relative short order, post-bye, a nightmare season. And this was the nightmare scenario of a nightmare
Black
season.
quarterback series. I know it look a little different. It's cloudy outside. But just bear with me. Just bear with me. Just rap with me. So, Black Quarterback Series, Week 15. Let's get into it. So, hey, if you know me, my name is Keith. I do Black Quarterback Series, and today this week is like looked at a lot of these games, and a lot of these games are very much washes. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna take a tour around the league. We're gonna talk about some standings. We're gonna talk about a lot of things this week, more or less NFL things, not what we normally do on the channel. But we're gonna run through all the games, obviously. But it's probably gonna be a lot of worldly. And by world I mean NFL worldly. Look, so let's get it started. So Kansas City. So the game doesn't matter. Mahomes got hurt, torn ACL. He's out for the season. What does this mean for Kansas City? So obviously their season is over. Secondly, Mahomes probably is about to enter the second phase of his career, where he doesn't run as much. I think he'll be back fine. He has the mind. I think Mahomes could be a top 10 quarterback, top 2 quarterback, even without running. Running just makes him more dynamic. But I think Mahomes will be okay. We won't see Mahomes till, the 2027, 2028 season, most likely. If we see him at all, it'll be towards the end of next season. Hopefully, we don't see him. And he also might come back with a new head coach. Like, this is Keith talking. I haven't read no reports about it. But what does Andy Reid do? Does Andy Reid stay? Or does Andy Reid retire? Does Kelsey retire? So he might come back to a whole different team where there's no Kelsey, where there's no Andy Reid. I don't know. It's going to be real interesting. Shout out to my stepfather for the hat. I grabbed one of his hat. I thought it was cool. But yeah, so I don't know what they do. What do they do? Kansas City got some real questions that they need to answer. Got to give them more weapons. Got to continue that defense, improve that defense as much as you can. And next year is a wash. Next year is a wash. You don't want to tank for the first pick because you don't know who's going to be in the draft. But losing and getting the top 5 pick next year might not be bad, especially considering the receiver out of Ohio State is probably going to be available at that point. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens with him. And so moving on to another team that I'm not sure if they're going to make the playoffs. Baltimore Ravens got it done against Cincinnati. Cincinnati thought they was going to go on a Cinderella run. Why, I don't know. Joe Burrow looks like he's contemplating retirement, and he might go the Andy Reid, what is my guy name? Andrew Luck route. But Baltimore played well. Great defense, good enough offense. Offense could have been better. Lamar Jackson things, dropping passes, interceptions. That interception was on Zay. Touchdown missed on Zay. Like, Zay had a really rocky up and down game. His contract negotiations are going to be very weird because you don't pay him $30 million, but you got to pay him at least $20. So I'm not necessarily sure what his what do we do with Zay Flowers. So that's a conversation for the offseason though. Lamar Jackson did well. 8 for 12, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. It really could have been more or less 10 for 12, 250 yards and 4 touchdowns if its receivers remembered how to catch the ball. But, we in Baltimore, so they got it done. But unfortunately, I'm recording this on Tuesday. Unfortunately, Pittsburgh won. So Baltimore has to continue to win. They have to continue to win because I don't know if Pittsburgh is going to lose. If they lose one week and Pittsburgh win, that's essentially a wrap for the division because there's no way that they can get to the wild card. So we're gonna be following. Obviously, we're gonna be following that. It's gonna get. I'm not sure if I work that Sunday or that Saturday. If I don't work that Saturday, we're gonna do an immediate reaction after that. I think they play Saturday against the Patriots. We're gonna do immediate reaction after that game. And we're going to talk about it. If they lose, that might be not a reception, whatever you do. That might be a funeral for the season. If they win, Now we're talking about, okay, what's Pittsburgh going to do to schedule, da-da-da. So it's going to be real interesting to see. That Patriots team is very gettable. That Patriots team is extremely gettable. They just lost to the Bills and Josh Allen after being up 21. So, I just dropped my notebook. So that Patriots team is extremely gettable, and their record does not indicate how really good they are because they've played some trash teams. So, Shedeur Sanders, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Shedeur is on the thumbnail. Shedeur Sanders, 18 for 35, 177 yards, 3 interceptions. So let's count the weights for these 3 interceptions. So, Jared Judy self, you got to catch that. How do you get stripped of the ball in the end zone? You have to catch that pass. That was not on Shedeur. The one of the passes, I think it was like on the 40, and that's just a good defensive play. That's a good defensive play. Dude make the tip on the ball, interception. And the other one, I can't necessarily remember where it was, but that one I feel was Shadeur's fault. He tried to throw the ball, overthrew it, pick. So you look at these picks are very coachable and very doable, right? So I'm not gonna sit here and say he played well, but considering what happened with the wristband and all the other crazy stuff, and Stefanski setting him up for failure as he normally does, and blah 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 and all that, it's Shadeur's working with a hand tie behind his back, and he's trying to make it work. So they also played the Chicago team that's ready to go. Caleb Williams was 17 for 28, 2 touchdowns, didn't get his rushing numbers. I'm sure he rushed for like 70 yards or 35 or something like that. They ready to make a run. This Chicago team looks scary. I would love to see the Chicago team against Houston. How would this offense hold up against a really, really stingy Houston team? I'm almost positive they don't play each other, but I would love to see that. That Super Bowl, I would be very intrigued. But Caleb Williams is making it happen. Caleb Williams, I don't know why Caleb Williams is not in MVP discussions. Like, I know he had a rough start to the season, but Caleb Williams has been playing phenomenal. That pass to DJ Moore, phenomenal. He had another pass in this game that was Patrick Mahomes-esque. He's been playing with a heater, like boom shakalaka type heater. Like, Caleb Williams has been phenomenal. Caleb Williams has been great these last few weeks. I've been really impressed with the maturity that I've seen from Caleb Williams. Just playing some awesome football. So, Green Bay. So, a few things. I wrote some stuff from Green Bay on my notes and in my phone. So, Green Bay loses Michael Parsons for the season, and that's probably their season, right? Because their defense didn't really do much after Parsons got hurt. Jordan Love, 24 for 40, 276 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. So, the interceptions, first of all, a phenomenal pick by PS2 Patrick Surtain. That's a great play, making a great play. And the second pick was one of those Lamar Jackson type picks. We're gonna call those type of picks Lamar Jackson type picks, where the receiver just forget how to play and then it goes to the defender. So Bo Nix thoroughly outplayed Jordan Love in that fourth quarter. Bo Nix was making some passes. I'm like, oh wait a minute. Is Bo Nix really this good, or is this just one game? Because Bo Nix in that fourth quarter, dude, I'm like, okay. I don't like your head coach, but you good, bro. So I don't know if Bo Nix is that good, but those flashes that I saw from Bo yesterday was like, ooh, snap, is he this good? Like, Denver's always gonna have a good defense, so Bo Nix was special. Green Bay wasn't able to score when they needed to. I counted just by myself. Oh, and first of all, going back to the other, shout out to Myles Garrett, 22.5 sacks. He's gonna get the sack record at some point these next 3 games. Absolutely phenomenal to be on that trash ass team, to be doing great. They might as well go sit the defensive player of the year at his house already. So moving back to the Green Bay game, Green Bay, the first two drives got field goals. And then Denver went to score. Denver was getting touchdowns. They were getting field goals. Even you go to the last drive. If they get all three of those touchdowns from the first two drives and then one of the last drives in the fourth quarter, they win this game. But Jordan Love and them were not able to sustain drives enough to get touchdowns. And that was the big thing about the game. Excuse me. They were not able to sustain offense enough to get touchdowns because Bo Nix and them, their defense was able to bend but not break. And that's the telltale sign of a great team. They build or they bend, but they didn't break. And when they needed to get the stops, they were able to get the stops, like the sack on fourth down, to essentially end the game. So I don't know what to make of this Green Bay team. I would love to say that Green Bay is a Super Bowl contender, and I very much think they are. But when there's a strong possibility that Green Bay could not make the playoffs, Green Bay could go from it has some technical difficulties, but like I said, they can go from either top 5 to out of the playoffs. Like there's a strong possibility that Green Bay could possibly not make the playoffs. And I don't know if I said it in the video before this, but the Lions is no slouch. The Lions are no slouches. Like the Lions are not gonna go out without a fight. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the rest of the season shakes out for Green Bay. And with Michael Parsons being out, it really makes stuff hard. So we're gonna swing around. We're gonna swing around the league. We're gonna swing around the league right now. So Panthers, you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat, division or not. You're not supposed to lose by a field goal to possibly one of the worst teams in the NFL. That just cannot happen. That's not supposed to happen, and that's a major loss for them, especially when they had a chance to possibly win the division. Houston takes care of business. CJ Stroud was 22 for 29, 260 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jacksonville, but then Jacksonville won their game 49-20. Who did they play? Jacksonville played Jacksonville played the Jets, so of course they won. I bring Jacksonville up because that's the team they're fighting for the playoffs. I don't know if Houston and Jacksonville faced each other in the last few weeks of the season, but this is going to come down to who can get the most wins. But obviously, who can get the most wins and get that home playoff game? Because I think who can get that home playoff game is going to determine that division, or it's going to determine a lot in the AFC playoff picture. I hope Houston can get in. If Houston can get in, they can be a Cinderella. I can see Houston being a Cinderella, preferably because they're messing around to be no Patrick Mahomes and no Lamar Jackson. Two teams that they've struggled to play against. And I really hope Houston gets in. I would love to see Houston play. They have a Denver Broncos 2015 type run in them. CJ is better than Peyton Manning was at that time, but this defense is top 5 and they deserve to be in the playoffs. The offensive line is still trash, but they've been able to consolidate it a little bit, and that offensive line has been able to play better in recent weeks. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't watch a lick of the Eagles game, but they did what they're supposed to do against Vegas. Jalen Hurts was 12 for 15, 175 yards and 3 touchdowns. They were able to get it done. And yeah, so that's honestly pretty much it. But I do want to talk about, as my phone started spazzing, we're going to talk about more around the league, though. I kind of want to talk about more around the league. So Buffalo. So Buffalo looks like they're going to be the team of the big 3 to get in. Big 3 consists of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. So any of Jacksonville's future opponents, you have to know that the league wants Jacksonville too, but not as much as the Bills. The league wants the Bills in the Super Bowl. The league wants the Bills. They want the Bills. So you have to play great football in order to beat the Buffalo Bills, because if you leave it into the referee's hands, it's not going to turn out well for you. So you got to be careful. You got to be very, very careful with that. Also, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels shouldn't have played much this season, and now I think their coach is going to be on the chopping block for that. he played. He didn't look very good this year. I'm glad he's out for the rest of the season. Go enjoy your family, get right, come back next year ready to go. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you guys. Really, really intriguing week, and um, the next 3 weeks are going to shape a lot of guys' legacy. Shout out to our guy Cam Ward. Didn't get a chance to talk about him, but Cam Ward had some plays in this game where he looked like he the future. Cam Ward is going to be that guy. He just needs some talent around him, and he'll be fine. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Don't know who we have Thursday. Um, let's check. I'll be back. So we have Rams and Seahawks, and that's essentially for the NFC West. So I'm not gonna cover it, but I will be tuned in. I might throw a community post up about it. So just stay tuned to the channel, and I'll let you know. So you guys enjoy the week. Stay warm, and I'll talk to you guys, I think Saturday. Peace.